Hello world, and welcome to another edition of Pendragon Poetry. Today we shall be again reading through some of my musicals book, which is a collection of poetry. Starts in Scotland, finishes in America, and then there's a trip to India in it. So today I'm going to be reading my India sonnets. I think there's a couple of odes in there as well. Now these are part of a much larger project called Indiad, which I'm sort of 11 out of 14 cantos in. Like there's been 14 sonnets in a canto. Sequenza. So I'm hoping to finish that this autumn if I can. Got a bit of hair fever today. It is June 22nd. Okay, so without further ado, 37,000 feet. I do begin the poems with a legend. I won't read them out. This one is, he who tells or hears this tale shall reach the same place. Brahma, but I won't bother with them, the rest of them today. 37,000 feet. Across Europa we have both progressed, by foot, by boat, by tram, by bus, by train. But this hour, from a cool and pleasant plain, sees me sailing air on a grander quest. The scenes by cyan skies and soft cloud blessed, how seldom seen and varied the terrain. Of ashen peak, urban sprawl, verdant plain, gleaming sea, wastes of sand and wild forest. As soon as we abandon Europa, I could already taste the eastern scent. The sun was setting west of Syria, the starry heavens singing its lament, as somewhere yon the grey Arabia, my pilot was beginning his descent. Kerry Beach. This is in Goa. I watched the reaching out of dawn's arms red, both wrapped around the beach on which I led. So little twitters skipped the zenith crest of waves flung shorewards, falling form abreast. Ahead, the full moon gave the waves good gold. Behind, deep banded amber branding bold. When starry rays made way for planets three, they too into the blue illume did flee. As round the moon rose fingers floating meet, morn's cyan curtained opening complete, as fishermen and dogs began day's dance. Still on the sands I lay, a man entranced, for as full moon through blinking cloud distills, what flaming sunshine winks out from the hills. Daisy's with me still. The ear cleaner. Stepping out one golden Goan morning, drowsy with the sunken suns adorning, content I was to be in nature's hand, so freshened as bare feet sunk into sand. Treading the curved glide of Anjuna beach, a red and rocky hillock headland reach, from out of nowhere step a wizened man. Sahib, guide you beyond the hill I can. Lead on. And as our destination nears, he begs to wipe the dirt from out my ears, shows western praises in his little book. Okay, my friend. From both my ears he took a big black gungy alien of wax. I pay him well, and further round the tracks we turn the rugged roll, met by the view of Konkan coast careering into blue. I shook the hand that scrubbed my hearing clear, said fond farewells and watched him disappear. When first found I the profits of his fee, I'd never known how sweetly sounds the sea. Fort Cochin. This is Kerala. I share a second with serenity up in this lake of European roofs. The crescent lamp o'er the Arabian sea lulls me thither. I hear the sound of hoofs. At once a sacred chime grows on the breeze, some teller of 1,000 ancient tales, some from the world's crop fellers overseas, some cross the Karakoram's lofty trails. Some were seekers of immortal glory, some contented to be husbands and wives. Though the vision all cluttered and hoary, with me a single memory survives, being extras in the global story. We are stars in the movies of our lives. And Daisy. Daisy's definitely the leading actress in the story of my life. Sorry, Daisy. She's suddenly got really into eating grass at the moment. Okay, go eat your grass. The Incredible India Code. 1. Book your tickets in advance. 2. Expect the unexpected. 3. Never trust a tout. 4. Keep tabs on your tabs. 5. If they say they're a masseuse, they're not. 6. Murder all mosquitoes before bed. 7. Never trust a fart. 8. Anything is possible in India. 9. Check your room thoroughly. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That was a really bad accent. 9. Check your room thoroughly before leaving. 10. Picking up stones scares off dogs and monkeys. 11. Eat with your non-wiping hand. 12. I was an Indian in another life. 13. Plenty of change for journeys. And 14. Ask 5 different people for directions. Okay. I'll skip the Tamil one there and the Kuril. So, Kanyakumari, it's at the southernmost point of India. I stepped onto Vivekananda's rock. There paused, the situation took full stock. Before me, some vast fan India spread. Behind lay endless ocean, grey as lead. Above and to the side a statue rose, some noble poet in his noblest pose. And as I gazed, I swear he winked at me. That's the Rivalava, that statue. Into my mind, Thorfian frequency sang, boy, wherever in the world ye be, remember me, 'tis the Rivalava. Say Sadhu, startled by me, who had seen or sensed the dream twixt poets, in between a butterfly through silver sea spray flew. The boat bell rang, I sprang to join the queue. Castaway. We're going to the Andaman Islands now. What's the time situation? Oh, not too bad. Down southern Andaman lies jolly boy, thick with bright coral and of snorkelling joy. I spent an hour lagooning in a laze and fell a stone, then woke to my amaze. The boat had left me, deserted, alone, no rislers, samosas, water nor phone. A mile or so across the sharky foam, a trail of smoke showed someone was at home. I built a brushweed raft, but that soon sank, so off I swam. My goddess I should thank for showing me this was a wild riptide. Young mussels hold me back, I'd nearly died. When, waving to distant boats at sunset, I was the strangest fish they'd ever net. True story. Katihar, this is in the north now. Bengal. There is a certain sadness in this land, the handicapped are heaped upon my heart. The twisted feet of those too low to stand, and me, all in their midst, yet set apart. I wait all night to catch the midnight train, so many Shudras spread across the floor, a spell of blessed respite to obtain from drudgeries of being born so poor. As grunting swine from meal to meal subsists, therein lies the archaic chaff of wheat, on which this young democracy insists. Caste is caste, never the twain shall meet. Here, even dreams which all should equal share, combusted by some tannoy's constant blare. Poverty and wealth. 2 goddesses bickered about beauty, content to start a second Trojan war. Srinava's wisdom thunders crore on crore. My Jester Devi, my Lakshmi Devi, there is a young carpenter of Bundi who is very honest to his core. Our goddess is soon standing at his door. Who is most beautiful, she or me? Most humble cobbler thought a mortal while, and says, Lakshmi, most lovely on arriving, yet Jester gorgeous more when she departs. This answer made each goddess equal smile, and he, celestial wrath surviving, learns flattery, woozine, immortal hearts. Like Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth, and Jester Devi, I think, is the goddess of poverty. So Lakshmi's better come in, Jester's better leaving. Very beautiful. And it ties in with the Troy story. Anyway, creation. Oh, I actually saw this myself. This is beautiful. As through Mumbai, I took the rickshaw home. A great prostrate cow seemed to be dying. Guts on the pavement where she was lying. But no, close by lay her our daughter. I watched the wee one make her faltering first steps in the world like an ambitious teen. Through her mother's dung, slippery and green. Then in the hot noon felt an earthly thirst. Went looking for something, nuzzling, half blind. She suckles on her mother's rough larynx, who stands up motionless as sandy sphinx, and with a lick acknowledges her kind, who creeps now forwards to the golden teat, and clamps down hard as angels swoop the street. Departing India. This is the last of the India sonnets, what I'll be reading to you today. A decade passed since that piazza where first I flirted with the myrtle muse. Now knoweth I a new peninsula, whose galaxy of monuments enthuse the spiritus, where all earthly aspects have formed a microcosm of the sphere, a foundation for when I travel next, days of endeavour drawing ever near. I spent a moment musing on the wing, as o'er the leagues of China east we sailed, around the Raj was flung a fairy ring, and all its channel poesis regaled. I have succeeded in my soldiering, where Genghis Khan and Alexander failed. Ta-da. Okay, so if you like that, you can subscribe to the channel, you can send me money donations, you can even buy my book. Daisy, say goodbye to the people. We'll go walkies now. Yeah.